Okay. It's likely going to be a shorter stream because my main monitor broke today. I had to order a replacement. So now my setup is all types of screwed up. I only have basically like 1.5 screens now instead of 2.5. And that the stream length is going to be determined by basically my next stream, because the monitor I'm going to be working off of is up there instead of in front, directly in front of me. And I don't like the work off the top monitor. That's normally for things I only glance at, like chat. But not while my main screen. Normally I try to keep it perpendicular with my eyesight to reduce neck strain. So this stream I'm going to be looking up the whole time. And chat's now going to be even more uncomfortable position on the right monitor, just normally where OBS is. So it's going to be annoying all around. The new monitor won't get here for probably 6 days. So it's going to really hamper even more, like, trying to get everything ready in time. In all likelihood, it probably won't be ready in time. Well, it won't be ready by patch day. Hopefully I can still get it ready by season start. All right, this is I actually do need to revert this mod. For this one, because of one spell, I can't just globally do validate warning, because this particular spell needs to not check that flag. So I'll have to keep an eye out for false alerts for other spells. I might just put this on everything but this spell, to be honest. I guess it's not any super required for these interrupt spells, at least this time. But this mod's a mess and a half. I kept this open because I'm going to be needing some stuff from it, like this. Come on, Copilot, stop inserting. I did not ask you to do that. All I want to do is hit tab. For fuck's sake. I hate that you can't disable tab completion, even if you disable tab completion. Rearrange this mod a little bit. Okay. All right. Now start opening pages I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need this spreadsheet. I'm gonna need. Oh, I didn't even bookmark that yet. I gotta fix that. And I'm gonna need where's the other? This one. I'll at the very least have both quasi and tactics spreadsheets open. Make sure the mods cover both. Okay. Next, I'm going to need the actual logs for these. This is so much more worse with one less screen entirely, because now I'm really going to have a screen real estate problem. Okay, mother load is in this one. I should really rename this module now that we have the actual undermine. You see, originally, Motherlode was actually going to be the undermine. They changed their mind and renamed it to Motherlode. I never renamed the mod because it didn't matter at the time. But now we actually have undermine, zone, and raid. So this being named undermine, internally anyway. In-game it still says Motherlode, but there's going to be an undermine trash module for the raid. Yeah, one of my monitors broke today. Like, it just wouldn't stay on. It kept powering off and on, off and on. It just wouldn't... It just kept flickering and not working right. I couldn't fix it, so I just threw it out. It's probably the KBM. The Cooler Master monitors I have. See, I didn't know better at the time, but Cooler Master had never made a monitor before. This is their one and only monitor series they ever made, and they are full of defects in the KBM switch, which selects the input and stuff. So I'm betting the KBM probably died, or is malfunctioning. They've already abandoned support too. I'm pretty sure they moved on. I think they realized they suck at monitors. They stopped trying to fix the firmware. They stopped their customer service representation just halted. It's like they forgot they ever even made the monitor. I still have one more of these things too, so I wouldn't be surprised if the other one fails in the near future. But yeah, I'm not going to buy anything else from Cooler Master, especially monitors, because they don't know what they're doing. The replacement I got is an Acer monitor because they've made many monitors. I'll stick with a brand that knows what they're doing. Well, Cooler Master usually makes cases and fans. Like, they're known for building parts for building PCs. But their foray into the monitor business 2 or 3 years ago with the Tempest monitor series, those monitors were a failure. They were decent panels. Like, the monitor itself was fine. It's just riddled with firmware and software bugs that they never fixed. I even have a couple of YouTube videos on it, showing some of the defects they have. I'll stay AFK in Borealis because it's got multiple tracks in one zone. So it makes it easy. Okay, so I don't have any notes for this dungeon. I'm pretty much going to be going off the spreadsheet almost entirely. And Rillo's log. As well as fixing the abilities that are already here. Let's see, I think first I'm going to add timers for the abilities that I already have. So do I have this in there yet? No, I don't. I gotta keep that too for reference. Actually, I should add a lot more space. Guess I get any long ability names. Okay. You don't know what this yell's for. I can get rid of it. Oops. So start with let's see, repair. Interesting that I didn't make that a special warning. It's probably something that needs to be crowd controlled. I'll see if it's in one of the spreadsheets. Let's start with that. Let's see here. Mother load. Yeah, I'm blind here. I don't see this. These ones have got a more thorough spreadsheet though. They actually list every ability. Repair. Not found. Okay. Neither spreadsheet mentions this ability. Keep clicking Discord. I don't need Discord. Need this. Let's see if this is used in Rillo's log. Nope. Ability might be gone. Let's go to Warcraft logs next. Was this ability cast anywhere in the dungeon? If not, I'm just going to assume it's deleted and delete it myself. Yeah, nothing. Just nothing. Goodbye. Forever. Removed in 11.1? Goodbye. Move from there too. Goodbye. Okay. That's right, Heartseeker. Interesting. I don't have a special warning for this at all either. Was it used in Rillo's log? No. Was it used here? No. But assume that also no longer exists. I'll even check the spreadsheets. That's all right. Nope. I remember that mechanic too. It was a red beam. The tank had to help soak. The trash mobs before that before Rick's I used it. It was a red beam that the mobs cast on a random target, and then I'm gonna ask Rillo about it. Okay, yeah, Rilo confirms that ability's gone. Deleted. Very good. Okay. Let's see if this ability exists. This one exists. Very good. And boy, is that a pretty cooldown timer. Most splendid. And by the way, because I'm down one monitor, I did not have chat open for the vertical stream on YouTube at all. Nor will I have that chat open for the next probably 5 days. So if you want to actually chat, you'll want to go to the horizontal stream on YouTube or Twitch. Because I don't have the screen space to have multiple chats. I'm also gonna be yawning a lot because I only slept like 4 hours in the last 2 days, so it's been a rough couple days. This work's not gonna do itself. If it wasn't under crunch, I would have skipped streaming today entirely. But the work must continue. I'm only going to focus on important abilities for start because I'm on crunch and I just want to make sure we get all the majors. So all of these and the ones quasi say are important. So all of these, there's probably a lot of overlap there. And plus I'll support the ones that DBM already has. And over time I'll add additional warnings based on my own experience or feedback. So the first timer we're going to be adding is 20.6. This one. Fan of Knives. I guess they renamed the ability, huh? Hold on a sec. This has Fan of Knives. Let me confirm this on Wowhead. On live, it's Hall of Flechettes. On PTR, it's Fan of Knives. Wonder why they renamed the ability. Fan of Knives. Replace all. Oh, is this special? Hold on, I need to see how they put this. Let's see here. Fan Knives. Party Dam. They probably mean crowd control. Let's see what Quasi puts here. Fan Knives. Must stop with CC. I think it's more clear than calling it Party Dam. Okay. So that's already set up correctly in DBM. It says crowd control. They didn't change the mechanic at all. But I'm gonna change the warning type, I think, to follow modern conventions. That's not a good example. Close Shadowlands, open more within. Well, I can't remember offhand, so I'll go to Dragonflight. I know it as an example. with ruby life pools. This one. Okay. I'll actually move this down here. Let's see what I was gonna do. Fan knives. Change the warning type. Like this. Excellent. De-escalate things a little bit. Let's get that timer hooked up, though. Then, if timer here. Nil. Come on, Copilot. You've been doing this how long? Okay, that's the recast timer. Now let's get the death of the unit. Let's see. It's cast by this NPC. Okay. Hired assassin casts it. All right, now let's get the initial timer figured out. And knives. Let's find the first cast. Okay, here's a cast. Spell our applied, spell success. There, I like it to be one line. Used by this unit. Okay, let's try to find the nameplate added. Firing engaged unit. There we are. Now I want to check at least one more mob. Let's find another mob that was pulled. Here's one. There's two of them. Splendid. Ban of knives. They both start casting at the same time. Looks like the timing is very consistent there. A deadlocked. $13.28, and the other one looks like it's probably the same. 13.24. I'm okay with 13.2. Okay. Initial timer 13.3. Adjusting for the scan delay. Next ability. I guess cover? This used. Not using reload log. Okay. Let's check the spell ID. Still exists on PTR, but let's see if it's actually used. Cover. No. No, what about the whole shebang? Cover? No. Gone. No longer used. Goodbye forever. There's also a toxic ability. Should probably tone that one down too. All right. Next ability, Earth Shield. Do we have an Earth Shield? Not in that log. What about here? Earth? Nope, Earth Shield's also gone. I mean, deleting more from the mod than I'm adding. At least so far. Earth Shield, gone forever. I'll make it easy to comment out. All right. Hopefully I can find some of these abilities in here. Okay, this one was used. Timers. There. Well, that looks like a spammed ability. Judging by this, there's going to be no nameplate cooldown for this. Well, there might be 6.1. This might be a recast from using stuns. Let's look at spellcast success for a bigger picture. If any actually got... Okay, it actually is a 6.1. Okay, it's worth having a nameplate timer for. Local timer, rock lance. Okay. Let's write you a spell interrupt object for this, which I won't get from here because that does not follow modern conventions. Okay. I'll go to Siege for now. That'll give me what I need. A spell interrupt event. Success. Interrupt. This spell ID. I guess what the cast time of the ability is. That actually kind of sucks. Okay, 3.1. Something that has a short cooldown, and I can't even show a timer for half the cooldown. Because it doesn't go on cooldown until you kick it. Or until it finishes casting. I guess if you kick it... That actually breaks. God damn it, that breaks. I don't know if it has a cooldown so much as a 3-second ICD or spell lockout. I don't know. To do. Watch me closely. I gotta do Warcraft. You know, I gotta check this in Warcraft logs. It's the only way. Why did I close the other mod up already? I'm not so stupid. I should have left the Shadowlands mod open. It's really got the best examples that I need. Like this formula. Let's get it templated here. The first example is Rocklands, so I'll put it in here, here. And the NPC is here. Okay, that's ready to be parsed out now. Oh, right. I get it. It is a spell lockout, not a cooldown. There's 3 seconds is the normal spell lockout for most interrupters, except for this Warlock here, which had a longer spell lockout. That's why I was more than 6. There's no timer for this. There is no timer for Rocklands. I got ahead of myself here. No cooldown, just spell lock. Spam the ability. If I put that note in the first place, I wouldn't have wasted 5 minutes now looking up the cooldown. On that out until I have a repurpose it. Okay, next ability. Okay, so I was cast from Raylo's log, but only once. So no, there's a different mob here. Okay, that's better. Okay. Well, this kind of got spammed. But they weren't using interrupts. They were using stuns at first. Then an AoE interrupt. This log is useless for telling me, give me interrupts. I think most will be for this ability. It's definitely a high priority interrupt. Yep, it's here. CC target not interrupted. Yeah, it's high prio. He didn't think it was high prio, but Quasi knows. Quasi tanks. If Ice Spritzer goes off in the tank and the tank is stunned, there goes their active mitigation, and they're just dead. Are they already doing pre-orders for Mr. Pandoria Classic? Shameless. Shameless. Character boost and game time aren't important. Shaw Warped Cloud Serpent. Yeah, that was data mined a while back. Now we know what it's for. What does a silver checkbox mean? Oh, it's star star. Okay, what's that? Maybe they just didn't format it right. Because they use no checkbox if not included. Silver checkbox is not contextualized. But basically, anyone who's a mount collector will just buy the Hero Edition, I think. Unless it's just meant to be blank, in which case you're forced to buy Epic just for a mount.
You are out of...
Oh, shut up. Purpose in the in-game shop already. Sean Pugh's Heroic Pack. There it is. Huh. No 3D model of the mount. I can't look at it in-game. What is this? Oh, I forgot about that bundle. And a Skywatch pack? Well, they've really been cramming stuff in the store, huh? I've been out of the store for maybe 3 months and they've already got 3 different packs. Gotta make that money. Gotta stay a multi-trillion-dollar company. Wish these mobs lived longer in the Warcraft logs. Let's close that. Go back here. Let's find another log. Let's check this one. Okay, we got more casts here. This is much better. Exactly what I want to see. 4 was interrupted. 4 cast his shit 24 seconds later. That's the cast time. So it'd be 27.4. This line with transcriptor. 27.4 fits what Raylo saw. With 26.7 and 20. Okay, we're making progress here. Another one. 24.4. I said 25.5 when you 24 point, well. I'm gonna use 24.4 for now. That's a long cooldown. It's worth having a nameplate timer for. Ice Spritzer is next. Now let's change this. Then, if wait, why is that there? This shouldn't be in cast success, actually. It should be up here. With all the other interrupts. Actually, I just need to go like this. Okay. Excellent. But this will be guest UID. That gives us the recast timer. Now let's get the initial timer. Hello, Unhalted. Just doing mod prep. I already implemented the new start screens on the vertical stream, but you won't see on Twitch, though. Not until I get better internet. Once I get better internet, then I'll probably transmit the vertical stream to Twitch, too. Yeah, they look okay. Good, simple graphics for now. Let me give you, let's see here. This is my alt YouTube channel, so it's recommending a bunch of random shit. Because there's no algorithm data for this channel. View this channel live. There's the vertical and horizontal stream. My alt YouTube. Shut up. I'll just mute it, but I'll let it play. Now I can switch it. Let's try an AFK screen. Actually, make it live. Well, I don't know how much stream delays on a vertical stream. Probably quite a bit. Yep, quite a bit. Okay. There it is. Now, obviously, on your phone, the vertical stream will make more sense. And the Twitch stream's using the old screen still. I didn't change the Twitch one yet. Because there wasn't an urgency to fix it yet. Oop. I gotta remember to hit screen 2 for now. There is no screen 1 at the moment. And you're right, you couldn't see it because it actually was on the AFK screen. Well, whatever. You would have to. You can go to the VOD for it. Oh, hide Discord is in the way. .2% network drop. Yeah. They've been making real progress though. They're real close. Let's see. I've been watching them doing their build out. They are so close, yet so far away. They updated the map yet? No. They're out there doing is kind of weird. Like I thought they'd get here quicker. Because if they finished this a long time ago, I thought they would come this way and get to me in December. But what ended up happening is they have to build this way, then here, and then they're going to go down this way and get to me this way. So basically, instead of going in a straight line, they're doing a giant V to get to me, which increased the amount of time for me getting a new internet by about 8 months. I'll get it one day. But they're basically almost done with this green area. I checked. They're right to the tip of the green area. And they're going to start doing that soon. Good stuff. When I have fiber, then I'm going to do some more advanced broadcasting stuff. Where I'll use the Twitch feature to send 2 upstreams to Twitch. So when you rotate your phone, it actually switches between the layouts that I have. Initial timer for this. Got it. Let's find it. Nameplate added. Yes. Nameplate added. Yes. I don't need that. I want to see when... Nameplate engaged. I'm looking forward to Season 2? Not really. I don't like the dungeon pool. I don't like the raid. The Goblin theme's nice once in a while for like a 5-man dungeon, but like being the entire theme of the patch is annoying. And I hated Motherload. Okay. Iced. The ball started getting cast the same. Well, maybe not quite. Relatively close to each other. Okay, initial timer is about 10.8, give or take. 10.7 really. I can use 10.8. Even 10.9 with this 0.1 there. Put 10.1 is for initial. Sorry to hear that. My guild, I don't know what's going to happen next week because, to be all honest, we can't even get more than 5 people online for raid, and it's been that way for weeks. Whether or not people come back for Season 2 or not, who knows? I suspect what will happen is we'll clear normal and heroic easily because they're flex. So whether 10 people show up or 30, we'll have enough bodies. But Mythic Prog, if there's going to be any at all, is very iffy. We're likely to do a lot of open recruiting. And we're not even a hardcore guild. This guild raids 5 hours a week. Yeah, we're a 2-day guild, and each night we only raid 2.5 hours. Like, there's literally no raid time at all. Ultimately, the guild I'm in, they basically managed to kill the easy mythic bosses, so like, this tier, last tier, it's usually the first 4. The difficulty curve is set up exactly the same way as the last 2 raids. Like, Blizzard seems to like this formula now, where you get 4 free bosses, then a ramp up on the 5th boss, and the 6th boss, and then the 7th and 8th boss are only for like the 5 or the 1%. You know, it's the same exact structure. This raid is gonna be the same way. Mugsy and Galliowix are gonna be the 1% only. And the 2 before them is gonna be like maybe the 5% of Mythic Raiders. And the other 4 are gonna be everybody else. I think it's okay to have like some pluggable mythic bosses, but I just hate that Blizzard has forgotten how to make stair steps. Like the peak raids to me were the raids that had gradual progression, not just a wall at the end. I'm so tired of this wall at the end thing. That kills rating. Like, here's a bunch of bosses you killed in 20 pulls. Now here's a boss that takes 450 pulls. It's like, why? Make the last boss take 100 pulls, but also make the bosses before it also take 100 pulls. Like, I'd rather see that. You'd have less burnout. People get burnout because they spend too long on a single boss. You just need... They need to spread out the progression. As long as you feel like you're making progress, like tangible progress, like you're on a new boss every other raid reset, it feels good. If you're on the same boss for like 2 months, half your roster has quit. It's not good for the game to have the design like that. And I wish they'd get that out of their head. That design philosophy is shit. It's not, and that's not going to change. That's not going to change at all. It's good for the race the world first. That's it. What they should do is be like, here, Liquid and Echo. Here's your 400 pull boss. Okay, everyone else, we just deleted 2 mechanics. Enjoy. Pretty much. Honestly, that's what I'm content with at this point. If I clear Heroic, it's good enough for me. And then maybe some easy Mythic bosses for gearing up to next tier. Or Mythic Plus, but that's it. And the reality of the game, too, now is that because of Mythic Plus, you don't need to do Mythic rating at all if you want to. If you're only going for gear, the raid doesn't even matter. You can get like a myth track in all slots just for the casual 5-man group. which makes the rating really just inconsequential if you're only in it for gear. Which is why a lot of people have settled on that. A lot of people have settled on the fact that they could just do Mythic Plus for gear and Heroic for raid and just have an easy time. Yeah, that is a huge... That really is just what the game has come down to. Blizzard, by their own design, has killed Mythic rating. They have killed it. And it's not going to change until I just tone down the difficulty. Like, nobody wants a 400 pull boss. They're tired of that shit. They're tired of it. The only people who want that is the people watching the Race to World first for 1 week or 2 weeks tops. Right, just what I call a stair-step progression. No, I want to also get paint out, like... I should do a YouTube video on this, really, because it's a topic that needs to be brought up again. Project... Graphic converter... Here. New image. Sure, yeah, whatever. Current progression. Boss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what progression looks like. So what happens is people are just cruising along. Splat! That's rating in a nutshell. It needs to change. This is all people want. And somehow the last boss is missing. So, you know what? They keep it up here too. But yeah. Hopefully Blizzard gets her ass and fixes rating one day. Like, no boss should really fall over either, except for maybe the first boss. You know, one of my favorite raids was Mogushan Bolts. And that's because the first boss wasn't a one-pull boss. Even for the top guilds. It's useful if you know how to use it, but it's not contextualized or in a good way for the end user to understand what's going on. Like, for example, I'm not on PTR right now, so I can't show you, but like, when you mouse over this, it'll show you the average CPU. But then when you go here, like add-ons, it'll say like average CPU, and then it'll say peak CPU next to it. Now, the peak CPU number is misleading, because what this peak CPU does is shows you where the highest CPU that mod used, which is pretty much always going to be mod load. One-time load, it doesn't impact game performance at all. So for example, it might be like, A weak card is used 80% of your CPU at one point. It doesn't give the user context. It might have used 80% of CPU because they opened the GUI and it loaded the GUI. Doesn't mean it's currently using 80% of your CPU. Now having the average next to it is good, but users are still going to see the 80% and freak out and be like, "Holy shit, that probably caused my lag spike in the raid at that one moment." No, probably not. Oh yeah, I mean, it's funny, like, I still think it's funny when people, like, try to accuse DBM of CPU usage, and it's like, I can't wait for them to see that, at least. And they open their add-ons, and DBM's not even in the top 10. Not even close. Like, might as well pull up, you know what, I might as well do some more pictures. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, I am back. All right. So I was saying is what was I talking about? Add on something. All right, we talk about CPU usage. This is what people are gonna. I'm gonna use text. I'm telling you right now, this is what people are gonna see. Well, I'm gonna say they're unit frames. This is what people are going. This is what people are going to see very quickly. When I look at what the add-on usage or utilization is. Now it depends on your add-ons or your profiles, but it might be flipped. LVUI will probably be over here, but shoutout unit frames will probably be like down here. There's a reason I use shoutout unit frames. And like details up here, but like Scala might be like over here. I don't run details, I don't run LVUI, so I'm already way ahead. Oh, LVUI is a huge consumer. Especially if you turn on any of the advanced features. All the things consumes a crap ton of memory. I don't know if it uses a lot of CPU. I mean, it might use CPU if your bags are like a lot more CPU if your bags or achievement windows is open, or if you're like just learn a new amount or something, and it updates the database. But like ongoing CPU usage, it's not. I don't think it's going to be high on CPU usage. That one's just a memory hog. So are auction and profession add-ons. They use so much memory. Yeah, at the start it's bad because it has to do all the initial scans. It scans all completed quests, like your bags, all your collections, achievements. It has to scan all the things. Yeah, I have 64 gigs. And sometimes I wish I had more. My next computer is going to have more. It's going to have 128. That's because I actually do stuff with videos, and like 4K videos and whatnot, or I have multiple things running in the background. So it's I do use the memory. Right now I'm not really using it. I probably have a lot of cached or free memory right now. Yeah. Ah, BNet agent, right. That gotta have those 2 gigs of memory to like sit idle in the background. Why do you need data from other... Well, whatever. That app I can see needing data from other apps because it opens graphics from the Finder. Okay, anyways, back on track. I need to get the... I just finished the Ice Spritzer. On to the next mechanic. Oh, I didn't put the mob's name in. I should put his name in. All right. There we are. My prediction for patch day is clusterfuck. In fact, I can almost guarantee you the world server for the new zone will be down constantly. Because I feel like there's something they have not tested yet. That's a stress test of the drive system, with the zone actually being crowded. You go on the PTR, you might see 3 people racing around in their car. Wait till patch day, when there's hundreds of people racing around in their car. The server is going to be like, what the damn? And be offline constantly. I don't think there's any way this this ancient game is going to handle that many people running around on race cars. Yes, that's true. In fact, sometimes they don't even put like hot or test patches, not test patches, like hotfix patches. They push. Sometimes they push them straight to production, and even test them on PTR first. They're not supposed to do that, but they do it sometimes anyway. Okay, Cola is next. I think they should at least, at one point on the PTR, said, we're doing a stress test today of the drive system. Everybody, and your mother and your grandmother, get on the PTR, queue up the races, and spin and drive around the city like crazy. But yeah, I think Tuesday's going to be unstable. It might not be like the whole realm. I think just the new zone might be a little bit more unstable than the rest. Like, you might be fine if you're just somewhere else. This wasn't cast at all. Okay, was it cast here? No. Okay, it's on any of these spreadsheets. Or was it renamed to a new spell? Yeah. Kaja Cola Refresher. Let's search. Cola? No. Search. Cola? No. Deleted ability. Goodbye forever. Oh, damn it. It keeps the one that keeps getting deleted is the one at the top, so I have to keep rearranging the mod. Well, that's... Hang on a second. I'm gonna put the deleted stuff at the bottom for good measure. Okay. Cola is gone. What about Furious Quake? It exists. Okay. Does it have a cooldown? Let's go on with Furious Quake. Okay, what does this say? Does it have Furious Quake? Yes. Is a priority interrupt cast by Stone Fury. Same mob also cast Tectonic Barrier. What's your take on Furious Quake? Furious Quake is flagged as a priority interrupt, but also can be CC'd. Do you like I like this spreadsheet's good for telling you if you can still CC or not. If you CC it, it gets recast immediately just based on the transcriptor log here. This is they know no doubt we're using stuns and they're getting it recast immediately. Since they didn't use any hard interrupts, I don't know its cooldown yet. I need to see if I can find that on Warcraft logs. They did use a hard interrupt at the end, but the mob didn't live long enough to cast again. I need to find one that was interrupted and then got to cast another time. I do have more than one log here, so let's see here. Damn you. Actually, hard interrupted 3 of them, but they didn't live long enough. This group, I think, did more than one mother load. This is the shorter one. Let's try the longer one. That works. That works. This one finished the cast, which is just as good as it being interrupted. Is a long cooldown. Okay. It's very. I'm gonna put it in as a temporary cooldown at least. I don't know if that's the final one yet. Local timer, Furious Quake. What the hell? Why did you copy that? Not the text I told you to. 24.6. Grab the text. There we are. Wrong object, Copilot. Small sample. Need more data. Wait, what the hell? Why am I triggering the warning with a spell hour applied? Hold on a second. Furious Quake. It starts with unit cast start. I'm saying too close to entrance that it's triggering the restart of the song too often. Stand over here. I don't know if it actually gets a spell or applied event if it gets. Well, maybe they changed it the way it works. Did any of these get cast? No, they locked them all down. Well, hold on a sec. Either way, I need to change the event handler for it. This is wrong. It's even the right spell ID? It is. Doesn't go there, it goes here. Let's put it up here. Okay, that fixes the interrupt warning. Now the timer is going to be in here. And here. Very good. Else if CID equals, here we are. Then Furious Quick Stop. And that mob is not Stone Fury, yes. I remember. Get the initial Stone Fury timer. Firing engaged unit for... Stupid. Here it is. Quake. Okay, let's find at least one more of these things. There should be more than one in the log. Oops. No, damn it. Stumpy's stupid with the sex select. Find this string. These two are engaged here. Quick. Next quake started here. Let's verify the GUID. That one matches. This one matches that one. Okay. That's two different mobs. .6. 11.3, close enough. 11.3 plus 0.5. 11.8. We have an initial timer now. Okay. Well, that mob has one more spell, so on the sheet, so I might as well do it now if I don't support it. Quasi, it's your sheet. Tectonic Barrier. Do I have it yet? Barrier? No, I do not. Let's add this new spell. Tectonic Barrier. It's not a new spell, I just didn't have it back then. What is your note for it? interrupt, you say. How about you? Do you have it? You don't consider it priority like Quasi does. Different priorities. Tectonic. In fact, you don't even think it's worth mentioning. Interesting. It's funny how even like at the top end of Mythic Plus players, they're not always in agreement. What I'll probably do with it is add it, but off by default. Because I don't want to snipe interrupts from Furious Quake. But a nameplate timer will be on by default. Furious Quake, local, special, warn, tectonic, barrier. There it is. Off by default. Off by default, since Furious Quake is prio interrupt. Excellent. It has a warning. Now let's see what I can do about the timer. Timers. Never let none of these got or cast got off. Interesting. Were they all stopped? Hold on a second. Interesting. This might actually go on cool on a cast start. Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to say. Okay, they actually kicked it on here. That's good. That's perfect. 20.9 seconds after interrupt. 24.2 after a successful cast, in that case. Need more data. Larger sample size required. They dispel it instead of interrupting it. That's probably the more sensible thing to do, especially if a mage. Because then you'll get the buff on yourself. That's beyond me. I'm no artist. All I have is a sample size of 1 again. Which gives me 20.9. I'm just going to use that from the start. What's the cast time? Let's see here. That might actually give me all the context I need. 2.5, so... Well, let's check something else. 21.8 minus 2.5. It could be as low as 19.3. Okay. Local timer. Tectonic barrier. Well, I start with 20.9, then correct it later as needed. But it might be lower. But Relo's log is just indeterministic. Put you here. And I'm also going to add something else to this as well. Dodgers don't go down here. Fix that immediately. You go up here. Tectonic barrier. Local special warn. Tectonic barrier dispel. Yep, that's what I wanted. LCF spell ID equals that and not ARG's desktop player. There we are. Actually, I should change this. This will announce pets still. I should be using a different check. Go away. And ARG's is desk type hostile. This is the way the check should have been done years ago. It shouldn't have been inverted because it was not fully inclusive. A lot of the buffs in this zone could be spell stolen, so these checks were needed to filter players. But now they'll also filter controlled units too, like pets. Okay. Did I hook up the timer? Yeah, hook up the timer. I just didn't terminate it yet. Then... who is this? Oh, it's also stone. Right, I forgot it. I already forgot it was a sound the same mob. Nope, nothing's needed. Nothing's needed. Timer. Tectonic barrier. Let's get your initial cast here for that. If you manage to get it off at all. Okay, there's the cast. Barrier. You didn't hesitate that at all, did you? You were like straight up like... Oh, you did hesitate. Okay, it was about 4 seconds, give or take. Barrier. Let's see what we got going on here. So 6.8 there, and how about here? This one's much shorter. $4.5. take it 5 seconds with the delay. And there we go. Blowtorch. Not cast. Another deleted ability. Nothing about it here. Blow. Doesn't exist. Okay, another deleted ability. I didn't expect them to call this much from the original. But they did. Oh, god damn it! Stop being the one at the top. I'm gonna move to and read. Okay. Eventually, I'm gonna spell the top that's actually still in the game. Eventually. Alright. I abbreviated this spell. I need to see what it's actually called. Okay. Is this still cast, though? No. No. Another deleted ability. Probably 100% chances at the top. No. Yep. Okay. Maybe one of these spells is still in the game. Haven't found one yet, though. Okay. Animate to go. I don't know what this is. Finally, an ability that's in the game. I believe I saw this on the spreadsheet. Yeah, here. This is probably an approximate cooldown, somewhere in these ranges. This is probably a recast due to stuns. Let's fix the... Let's look at this first. Spell ID here, here. Let's get the spell ID actor here. And parse. Check something on my phone. Okay, I thought so. Oh. There's a cat at my door, I think. This is better. This is much better. It has a long cooldown for sure. Like they just spam recast, but they don't use if you don't use interrupts. When you use an interrupt, like on number 4 was interrupted, he didn't cast again until down here. You know, they intended to have to use hard stops. Let's check number 5. He was kicked here and then recast until here. $24.2. I'm okay with 24.2. They're both 24 in my checks. Enemy to goo. Definitely gonna short form that name. Why are you using AI? You stupid fuck. $24.2. Here we go. Wait, why did it do that? Why did it do this? Did I do that? No, it did that. I don't know why. Copilot really screwed that up. Doesn't even say cooldown. I didn't get anything right there. And it only goes on cooldown if kicked, so it goes down here. Oops. Well, that's temporary. Screw it. Okay. Recast is done. Okay, let's get the initial cast. First Alchemist was pulled. Not there. Not there. Here, this is the pull right here. Okay, that's a long initial cooldown too. Let's see if I can get some other sample data. Surely at least one more target exists in this. Yep, here we go. At least 2 more exist. Transmute. Okay, that one was much sooner. I'm gonna want a bigger sample size. If they were the same, I'd be okay with checking 2, but since they're completely different, I need at least a third one to break the tie, or not tie, but establish a pattern. Transmute. This one is like 11 seconds. This one is not even, none of them are even remotely the same. This one's 11, this one is 8, and this one is like 15. Like, what the fuck? 8, 11, 15 is not giving me a confidence in a established cooldown. There's another engaged unit. Transmute. Okay, I think I can work with 8. At least 2 of them have been 8. Yeah. Make the initial timer 8, but I will note that it can be longer. Oh. 8 to 15. I can technically put 8.5 because I can calculate in for the start engage delay. Oh, audio crackling. Probably one of these things are loose. My monitor issues earlier. That monitor's been tilted for a long time. Okay, artillery barrage. That one I think still exists. It does. Timers, artillery barrage. That looks pretty consistent. We shall investigate this. Let's see if it can be CC'd or not. Barrage. I did search and wait a minute. You mean to tell me that search doesn't work on this page? Because it's right here. It means other ones I searched for could still exist too. Thought this could find text on the page. Now I can find it, but only if I'm selecting the cell. I hate when websites or interject or mess with
You are
built-in search functions.
out of time.
Is it possible I deleted any build? Well, I didn't delete anything. I only commented stuff out. I guess I had to comb for these manually. That's the bosses. I don't even look at the bosses. Other abilities it deleted are actually gone. You know it's artillery barrage as a avoid. You're saying not to interrupt it at all. Maybe it can't be interrupted anymore. I have it here as an interrupt, but they might have made it. Let's see here, because I did change some spells and no longer be interruptible. The problem is they broke all those blue posts to different posts weekly, so I have to dig through a lot of blue posts to find it. I wish the tooltip here would say if it was interruptible or not. Oh, it's not even a cast anymore. They made it instant cast, so you definitely can't interrupt it. Got it. So yeah, I gotta completely change this. A spell cast success. Is there a cast start anywhere? No, that is the only event. So they changed this ability. Move it from here to here. Change this to a dodge. Put it up here. If self anti spam 2, 3, then watch step. Let's get it out of here and put it down here. And this is the easiest cooldown in the world. Local timer artillery barrage. 12.1. Okay, perfect. Venture Co-Mastermind? I don't think that's what he's called. Ordnance Specialist is what he's called. The click-through bug still exists. I know. It's dumb. Oh! Oh! Okay. That. Barrage. 3.2. And you're even faster. That's pretty much used on pull. Let's see. Possibly even sooner. Overcharge is next. I'm getting almost through the built-in abilities. And when I'm done with those, then I gotta go through the spreadsheet and add all the stuff that's new. Or worth adding that's not there already. I should actually check that. I'm genuinely curious. I'm genuinely curious how we're looking based on the spreadsheet for next tier. "27 people. Yeah. Okay. A few names I don't recognize though, so now we should be able to do Mythic. Whether we'll be good at it or not is a different story. Okay. Get back to this. Next is Overcharge. Does it exist? Negatory. What about here? Overtime exists. You. Overcharge. File not found. Let's actually check it here. I remember this ability. This one was... I see why they removed it. I think they just Giga deleted this one. Pretty sure this ability's gone. Moving down to the retired section down here. And the only reason I keep these is because we're literally already on Classic Mist of Pandaria. Who knows when Blizzard's going to stop? Might need to bring these back one day for Shadowlands Classic or Bifa Classic. Hmm. Inhaled vapors, I know it still exists. I saw it on the spreadsheet. I like it. Look at this cooldown. I wonder. I think the cooldown might be 21.9. That's just a guess here. There's actually a 21.1 here. Inhale vapors. Type enrage. It says it doesn't say anything about interrupting it at all. I have an interrupt warning in DBM, but you might be on a pull where the interrupts are more important elsewhere, so the spreadsheet doesn't recommend using an interrupt for it. Neither one does. They probably figure it's easier to dispel it than waste an interrupt on it. Walmart charged me for my new monitor. Hopefully it arrives sooner than the initial predicted shipping date. Sometimes they overestimate and it comes faster. So I ruined that monitor by patch day. So this looking up constantly is murdering me. Just remembered, has the new OBS come out yet? I'm dying for the OBS update. 4 hours ago, last commit. Let's see here. I'm very ADHD when I work. We're kind of progressing slow in the last two full pull requests. Let's see here. Let's check the tasks for... Oh god, they're not releasing it anytime soon. I just made them... This had 7 last time I looked. Now it says 25. I guess I decided to do a lot more stuff for this the next OBS. We hope they at least give us a beta soon. Windows ARM 64 support? That's a biggie. Okay, yeah, they're expecting to do a lot more. It won't be coming out anytime soon. A lot of these are simple ones, though. But the Windows ARM one is going to require a lot of testing, which, well, it's also, they probably will have an open beta. macOS OBS crashes if memory exceeds 8 gigabytes. I don't think I've ever done that. I think I was at 3 gigabytes when I looked earlier. Oh, replay buffer. Yeah, that's a good way to reproduce it. Interesting. I'll look at issues. I'll look at pull requests. Okay, this is the one that said 7. So they have a lot of bugs to work out, but they only have 7 active PRs. Anyways, the reason why I care about this is because when it comes out, my stream quality is going to improve. Hello? Is this stream muted? You can't hear me? I'm showing the mic working. Okay, I was gonna say I was talking to 2 people earlier. Crispy, make sure you're well, you won't hear me if I'm giving instructions, but okay. Gonna say I would hate that I'd be talking to myself for the last hour. Okay, inhale vapors. Is this instant cast now? No, it has a cast time. I don't know if it can be kicked or not. That's the. Let's see if anyone kicked it by accident. Yeah, Twitch has been a little buggy lately. I keep getting this bug lately where I load a page on Twitch and then the page actually freezes for like 10 seconds. Like it becomes unresponsive. Wonder if Okay. Sorry about that. I was asking someone on Discord something. While I'm doing this, I constantly ask, my Mythic Plus expert friends who run PTR stuff, like, what they know about an ability in case I need to know something. It'd be easier if they'd come by the stream and then I could talk to them in the stream, but time zones and stuff, I think. So inhaled vapors is no longer interruptible. This was refactored. So it's basically change it to a dispel warning. Oh, I would have the dispel. So scrap that entirely. Dispel warnings here. Local timer, inhale vapors, cooldown. Enrage icon. Color 5. Timer was 21.9. Okay, we're looking good there. Let's put a timer here for now. Timer. To do. Move if mob is stunnable. Enrage. Actually, I should grab the timer, not the... Okay. That's right, it was an adult Doug. Now let's get the initial timer figured out. Let's find the mobs engaged timestamps. Not there. There he is. Vapors. Let's find another engaged unit. Couple here. Inhale. I'm gonna do some GYD matching. This might not be one of the ones I just pulled. It's here. Yeah, this one's useless. Don't want that one. Inhale, vapors. This one. Alright, they're two with the same GUID. Oh, that one. This one's not right either. This is from a different mob. That's annoying. Let me go back to the drawing board here. Inhale, vapors. This is going to be too ugly to do it this way. I'm going to do this on Warcraft Logs approach. Inhale vapors. Oh, I already have it pulled up. That actually makes it easier. I forgot I did that already. Let's temporarily rescope it by doing this. Since it's immune to stuns, I could use cast start. Sucks that there's multiple mobs clumped up together. Here, care 21.4. The others have to do math manually. That's a large gap. Oh, right, I already have the recast time. I don't know why I didn't fix the expression. I'm looking for the initial timer. I had to modify the expression again. With this. I don't know if these engaged triggers are really going to work well or not. I'm just going to go with that. $9.9. That's right, injection. Does this still exist? I don't think so. Gross. All right, another ability is scrapped. Okay, that's it for the built-in abilities, which I had to delete half of them. Now I gotta add a bunch of stuff that's missing. Okay. These two exist. Toxic Blades is missing. Buffs mob will do way more damage. Do you also think that's an important ability? I'm going off the important abilities list. Toxic Blades, you also rate it very important as an interrupt. Okay. Let's find the ability. Toxic Blades. Yep, based on the spell ID, it's newly added to the game. Got it. Let's grab that too for initial timer. Forgot to grab the creature ID. There it is. Now let's find its engage. Oh, it's not, that's a spell ID. Stupid idiot. I meant this. This is what I was looking for. Yep, there he is. It's in the same pool as the other one. GUID match? Yes. Why does my dad not have his sword out? Hang on a second. Pull the sword out, then remount. That's better. Okay, let's get the repeat timer for this now. Timers. You're definitely making much more use of high timers for stuff. As long as you kick a spell, it doesn't get recast for a long time in Season 2. Find these spells that were not interrupted. Oh, they only let one cast go off. They've prioritized interrupting this hard. These variances are because of when they interrupted the cast. Let's go to Warcraft logs to investigate this. This is all I managed to cast twice. The timer 27.9 I have here. And there's a 27.8 here. That's pretty close. It's also wrong. I gotta first fix this back up. Or type equals. Yeah, see if I catch any other repeats. It didn't let any go off. Okay, let's check this log. That doesn't help. I'm just gonna go with that. 27.8 is my magic number. Recast. Okay, let's get this implemented now. I'm gonna actually clean this up first. Hang on a second. Abilities removed. 11.1. That's better. So on toxic blades. There. That should tidy it up a bit. All that deleted shit moved to the bottom. Oops, I don't know why I did that. There we are. Interrupt warning added. Local timer. Toxic blades. I don't know why it wants to insert that. Else if, give me what I'm looking for. The hell? Stop suggesting random shit that makes no sense. Okay. That gameplay timer is almost done. We use toxic blades. It's a mob I already have, right? I think it was an existing mob. Search. Yep, you do it. Timer toxic blades. Most excellent. Initial toxic blades. What do we have here? $7.3 for that one, maybe. $8.1. $8.5. 7.5. That's such a difference. But the way that these tanks are pulling, their pull timers aren't accurate. They're pulling with melee attacks, which means they're body pulling. They're in combat before they actually hit it. I need to trust this more. I'm gonna put in 10.8, and I can shorten it later if I need to. might be shorter. Okay. Toxic Blades added. Shocking Claw. Frontal to dodge. Do you have consensus on this? You do not. Doesn't exist in the mod. Let's make it better. Shocking Claw. Oh, duh, it's a boss. Fucking idiot. I forgot Quasi doesn't separate the bosses. He puts a note next to it, and I didn't notice it. Obviously, DBM already supports Shocking Claw. That's the boss. Moving on. Rocklands. Massive single target DPS. What about you? It's not on your priority list. Do I have Rocklands? I do. Rocklands is already included. Moving on. Furious Quake, I definitely have that. Barrier I added. Tectonic Smash. That's a boss. Transmute Enemy to Goo I have. That's a boss. Seek and Destroy. Crawler Mine. Seek and Destroy. What about you? You didn't feel it was worth mentioning. That's a boss, but you forgot to label it a boss mechanic. Okay, so I got all quasi spells except for Seek and Destroy. What do you have to say about Seek and Destroy? You have it down here. It's marked as an avoid. There's a fixate, run away. They both have Seek and Destroy, but only one of them thinks it's important. Nonetheless, it probably should be added. Seek and Destroy. The first occurrence of it is a debuff. I can even put it, right? Get engaged. So as soon as the mob spawns, spawn, nameplate, in combat, debuff. So no nameplate timer for initial. So obviously you sit instantaneously. Probably won't be a nameplate for recast either, because it's going to be one of those situations where they'll just follow a target for X seconds and start following a new target, no cooldown. I don't think this is going to have a nameplate timer at all. Or maybe I could have a nameplate timer on it if you're the fixate. Like not a cooldown timer, just this is the one that's chasing you nameplate. Well, aura applied. Let's get this on you. Local, special, warn, seek, and destroy. Run. else if spell ID equals that. And args is player. And self anti-spam. Okay, so there's multiple of them chasing you at once. Then seek and destroy. Oh. Five. I think I'll do 5. Or is it? I got some of these anti-spams backwards. The dummy. Shockwave is a frontal. This takes a follow the modern conventions, which is 3 and 2. 2, 3. Wait, no, that's supposed to be a 5, but I'll make it a 4. Yeah, crowd control uses 4. Activate mech. Does this even still exist? I don't think anyone mentioned it. I think they scrapped this too. Let's comment it out. I have to move all of these. I want this to be clumped together. And then this to be just a subsection for the retired abilities. Okay. And this should be done. I think 5 is a runaway though. Yeah, runaway should be a 1. Okay, let's look at what you think is important. Toxic blades I have. Fan knives, check. Oh, you have activate mech in yours. Maybe it's not deleted ability. Maybe they just forgot to remove it. Hold on a second. Maybe it's a different spell ID. Activate. It is a different spell ID. It's not gone, it's just reworked. They don't list what to do with it. They don't have any mechanic listed here. Activate mech is returned from the grave. Let's put the old spell ID next to it. 267433 old. New spell ID. Spell announced because it's now instant cast. Else if spell ID equals that, then activate mech. It's health triggered, so there's no cooldown timer to be shown. None at all. Okay. That covers activate mech. New version. Charged shield. Charge shield, huh? Charged shield. I think that doesn't need to be a special now. It's just a regular one for the tank. We're getting to the spells that are notable, not critical. Well, actually, technically, you list it on the critical one, don't you? You list it and as important. Maybe I should give it a tank buster alert. Firing, engage, backtrack. This is probably the Peacekeeper right here. If that's the engage. Okay, let's get the recast timer now. Maybe 26.7? Let's see here. Initial timer 17. Initial timer 17. You have initial timer 17. I think that's pretty clear as day. That's a very precise timer. The recast. So these mobs are immune to stun, so I can probably put the recast in a spellcast start, to be honest. Okay. Let's see what to do with that. Easy peasy. Charge shield. Yeah, this is the most precise timer I've ever seen. This is beautiful. Local horn charged shield. No filter, it's a cast announce. Nil, tank, healer. Local timer charged shield cooldown. Why are you making shit up? That is perfect. Caster is this ID. Does it exist already? No. Now he does. Oops. We already know that's 17. And done. Next on your list, Rapid Extraction. And you list it as a CC spell. What's your note for it? Channeled AoE physical hits. So it's a stun and a dodge at the same time. But I think you labeled it as both. I didn't see it at first because this brown on brown is kind of hard to see. So do I alert it as a dodge or do I alert it as a crowd control? What do you list? Do you list that ability? No, you didn't even think it was notable mention. So much contrast between the two spreadsheet authors. They have wildly different opinions on what matters and what doesn't. Let's find it. Rapid extraction. I'll just select it here. There it is. New spell ID. My loading screens are getting slow again. Time to reinstall. Okay. What do I do with it, though? Let me look at the spell myself. I think I know what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to do both. But in a different way. Rapid extraction. And this will occur on cast start. But if the cast is not stopped for the CC, local special warn, rapid extraction. Then do a dodge warning. Maybe. I don't know. I just don't know how threatening the spell is. You get the damage values. Why was I applying the modifier? So it says 4 damage. Oh, it's an AoE. It's not even a dodge. So I definitely don't need this. At all. I'm gonna just use a crowd control warning and that's it. Fan of Knives. LSIP spell ID equals that. Then if self, you're dumb, can't follow the examples right above you. That should do that. Okay, rapid extraction's got a warning. Now let's get the timer if I can. Ah, I need my monitor back. Okay, let's see what I got here for a timer. 24.1. Yeah, that's the recast, obviously. This is a skilled group that only use stuns after the cast finished. I don't see any recasts. They didn't. No one stunned it during the 2.5. Let me see if the other group was as capable. I don't know if this Bob was ever CC'd. Because in both logs, every cast finished. Hmm. I'm still gonna start the cooldown on success just to be careful. Local timer rapid. .1, 24.2. That's fine. I think I'm gonna rescope this again and no longer give it a CC alert. I don't see any evidence it can be CC'd, so I'm gonna say nothing at all. Just gonna announce it. The generic Night Elf bell, and that's it. I'll have the timer, so that's good. So if it's CCable, then people will be able to use the timer and just be ready for it. I don't know why I put that there. It doesn't go there. As red extractor, cast that. Okay. .7, 15.6, 15.5, 15.7 is good enough to me. I see clear data. Oh, oh, oh. Oops, I need to move this back up. Okay, rapid extraction is done. Furious Quake, I have. Transmit Goo, I have. I need Brainstorm and Charge Shot, I think. Spawns rotating tornado on 3 players that deal arcane damage and silences players on hit. Okay, and that category is avoid, so it's not stoppable. The spell's gonna happen. Brainstorm just needs to be warned for. Brainstorm. New spell. Got it. I'm blind. I can't see the firing engage. Where is it? Firing engage for unit. Is that the right unit? It is. We have a target match. Now let's get the repeat on this. Timers. That. 17, 17, 17. So 17 to 18.2. But yes, I can work with this. Perfect. Local. Special one. Brainwave. Brainstorm. Potato memory. Local timer brainstorm. What is the problem here? Oh. Seventeen to 18.2, I believe. dodge. Let's see if strategy equals that, then okay, subtract from that. We're looking at about 5.4. Okay, brainstorm added. Charge shot. This you want to use a CC on. Okay. Firing. 2 of them. Okay. That's not the right creature ID. Let's fix that. Let's get the real engage. That matches. Timers. Charged shot. Also 17. The party damage. It doesn't mean CC. That just means party damage. I don't know. Let's look at the key. Okay. Ability that deals damage to 3+ players in your group. Okay, so it's just incoming damage, not a crowd control. Should double check the other thing I flagged as a crowd control if it's actually crowd controllable. This one, Fan of Knives. Yeah, quasi labeled it as a crowd control, so it's actually the only one that's a real crowd control. Charged shot. Targeted for charged shot. I wonder if that's worth actually warning too. If you are a victim of charged shot. Let's investigate. We're on everybody. Everybody. Yeah, that's one of those things where I think it should just announce everybody. Local warn charge shot, but not as a special warning. At least not this time. Local timer charged shot cooldown. This one's also 17. Hold on. Okay, I'm hearing things. Incoming damage. Change it to a 4. Yes, yes. Okay. I think I got every ability that was in the spreadsheet. Now I gotta do some more things. I'm gonna look at quasis because I like to do something special. Here. And then it's labeled as a high priority interrupt. I need the label as the same. And add offcast. High prio. I'm not going to put this as a high priority because it has no cooldown. Even though he did. It's not something that needs to be emphasized in DBM where they're spamming them to no end. High prio. Iconic barrier. That one's also iffy. Now I'll use another feature here for flagging some of these. Cooldown priority nameplate. Cooldown priority nameplate. That's just a legacy from when that dungeon was originally called Undermine. For most of the PTAR was the Undermine dungeon. Then Blizzard decided, you know what? This isn't Undermine, never mind, it's Motherlode. I never renamed the module. And now we have an actual Undermine raid. Which will have an Undermine Trash Lua for it. So this should be renamed, technically. In fact, I think if you check the data files, it's still called Undermine Dungeon for Motherlode files. I'm pretty confident they never renamed the data files for it. At least they didn't for a few years. They might have renamed it now. You can maybe check that in the assets somewhere. But the map name for the area should be Undermine something rather. Okay. So they deleted about 10 abilities. And added like 2. They really toned this dungeon down. They knew my mother was not popular back then. Except for like some of those Giga Key runners. I forget where the Undermine reference was. I mean, besides the journal used to say Undermine, but I swear there was a data file somewhere that also confirmed the original name. I think for now this is good enough trash mod. It's still a hell of a lot better than it was. I juiced this mod up and it absolutely does cover these spreadsheets, both of them. I could possibly look at here and see if there's anything else worth adding. Let's see here. Is there a Tank Buster category? Tanks love when... Yeah, Tank Buster here. Tanks love when I add the Tanks Busters. Charge Shield, I did add that already. Puncture. Bleed. Heavy Slash. Overtime, Brutal Charge. Wait. Overcharge is right here. I scrapped it because I thought it was removed. But it's right. It's overtime, not overcharge. Dummy. Massive Slam. Taskmaster. Who is this dude? None of these abilities were on the spreadsheet, but they're probably worth adding. There's a mini boss with 5 abilities. I feel like some of these should be added in there. I know for sure the journal was like that. I just could swear there was like a when I ran the DBM debug that scanned like get map info for all IDs in the game, it would return Undermine map dungeon or something weird like that. Once upon a time anyway. They probably renamed it at some point, knowing they were doing the raid. I definitely should add this mini boss's abilities. This is so useful. Like, actually telling you that a frontal follows is a big deal. Brutal charge. You link to the right spell ID too, don't you? Yeah, this guy's a Giga Chad. He makes a playlist, or not playlist, fucking spreadsheet the way it should be made. Yep, brutal charge, deduced by this dude. This is the script that starts it, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, this one casts first. Let's find if you can get the target of it immediately. You can. The first spell ID is this one with the target. Got it. It's an instant cast, so the player that gets it can't really do anything about it. I'm not really sure it's worth adding a special warning to yourself on an instant cast. I'm just gonna add a target warning. Brutal charge. No, that's not right. New target, no filter. Arg's death name, come on. I wish I could have Copilot just train off my workspace for like 40 hours straight while I'm away and be smart when I get back. That's such a variation.
You are.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Time.
Okay, the actor is this dude. I'm gonna get all this guy's mechanics added at least. Good, I was hoping you'd live longer than that then. See, 18, 18, 12. Brillo saw something different. He saw 19 and 12 right away. It's clear the base cooldown is 12.1, but it gets delayed by other casts. Local timer, brutal charge. I'm gonna add the cooldown because I can. Oh, no, no. Oh, god damn it. Taskmaster Duder. Else, if CID equals 0, then get your actual creature ID. Okay, very good. That gives me a starting place for this dude. Ah, wrist. Let's get the initial timer. Spell R applied, Taskmaster, heavy slash buff. Is this when he was engaged? No. That's just when they were in nameplate range of him. Same thing, they got a nameplate range of him again here. Then they got nameplate range of him a third time here. Here's where they actually pulled him. This is what I wanted right here. Brutal charge. There we go. Initial brutal charge. 11 seconds. And this dude has other spells. I'm gonna actually pull him up here. He cast cover on live. I don't think he casts it anymore. I don't even think it was in the spreadsheet. Yeah, that was deleted. He enrages everyone for a lot of haste. That's definitely worth checking out. Get the spell ID for it. Don't need that. Piss off. Oh, there's no data on this yet. You know, it's PTR, it's showing the live spells, not the PTR spells. Okay. We'll find over time. There it is. Spellcast start. Cast that before that. Debuff the same? Spell ID, I mean? Not debuff, but buff. Open. That took a while to load. Enrage, so it's dispellable by enrage mechanics. Should definitely alert that it's on. It's gone out. Local. Warn. Overtime? Yeah, my memory is bad. Nil. Tank. Healer. Remove. Enrage. There. All the above didn't know that the mobs are about to start kicking ass. Combine show 0.3. Timers. Overtime. 14.6. Got it. Target acquired. Remove enrage. Doesn't go there. Success for the timer. I think I'm going to change the way that warning works, actually. I'll move it from here. Scrap that. And announce it here. Actually, that is about 10. Okay, 2 of his abilities are done. Back to the spreadsheet. Massive Slam. Cast after brutal charge. Here. Local. Special warn. Massive Slam. It already exists, doesn't it? No. Local timer massive slam cooldown. Cooldown was 12.5. Actually, it's probably 12.2. It's the same cooldown as brutal charge. Actually, because the mechanics are tied together, I could probably just not bother with a nameplate timer. Massive slam used immediately after. Thanks to follow. Immediately after, so no need for slam nameplate timer. Okay. That covers massive slam, and now is an alert. Desperate measures. Health based. Don't really need that. Heavy slash, it depends on how hard it hits. Hits hard, I'll put a tank buster warning in. Hello, Lynn. Thanks for the follow and coming by. You're interested in seeing the sauce behind how DBM is created? Or just wandering into our WoW streams? Okay, I hate when spells do this. They don't give you the actual damage. Unless you're in game. I guess this is something where sometimes Bahamut just doesn't have the correlated spell data files for the coefficients. So you only get the base damage. Or no damage at all. Doesn't help me determine if the ability is dangerous or not. I don't know if tanks need a warning for this or not, because I don't know if it does any damage. I'm supposed to check the Warcraft logs in a second. Looks like the ability's got a very short cooldown, though. 8.3. Does it leave a stacking dot? Might give it a tank-only nameplate timer. I think tanks will like it, but everyone else won't. That's right there. It's instant cast. It would be here. I don't think I need to announce it every 8 seconds, because that would be kind of spammy. I'm not going to. Timer. I forgot the name of the ability already. I'm just slow sometimes. Heavy slash. Not I don't know. Heavy slash cooldown. I appreciate you seeing my channel, Lynn. Yeah, I don't just do coding streams, by the way, if you're wondering. I also actually play the game too. You'll probably see a lot of that next week with the patch. The next few streams up till patch day are going to be all coding to get DBM ready for that patch. So that day one of the patch, I could just focus on doing the boring campaign, because I did a campaign on the PTR, and it absolutely is boring. It's like 2 minutes of content and like 30 minutes of busy work. Absolute MMO filler garbage. I kind of hoped the campaign would be more interesting to start with, and it just wasn't. /5. This is going to be tank only. One was like 8.6, I think. 8.2. Okay, let's see here. Else if spell ID equals that, then heavy slash. Oh, well, mods already exist for that. I know I had someone testing them on the PTR. I made subtle changes to it, but not much. But for the most part, I haven't touched the mods unless I got a report that something was broken. Because unlike vanilla, like SOD, where they're actually adding or changing mechanics, the Cataclysm mod should work as is for the most part. Because they've been updated over the years to become current with features like voice packs and stuff. So the Dragon Soul mod should be done relatively. But if you see any bugs, or anyone else sees any bugs, I'll definitely get in there and fix them. You just got to make sure that you have the DBM core and DBM Cataclysm raid mods installed. And then Dragon Soul should be good to go. I even bumped the TOC for the patch well ahead of time. Like, once Cataclysm had a PTR, I immediately bumped the TOC for it. Okay, let's get the initial heavy slash in there. Probably the first thing you cast, so let's put it at the top. Just go back to this timestamp. And then heavy slash. There's no cast success event at all. That's toxic. That is fucking toxic, Blizzard, and you know it. Well, that's not the right heavy slash. I see what's going on. Why did it... I told it to go to this timestamp. Okay, now find heavy. There it is. Heavy slash debuff. Still no cast success event. Toxic. Will you stop? Doesn't make sense. I just used... Wait a minute here. Timers. Heavy slash. Right here. Oh, it's spell hour applied, isn't it? I can't have a timer for that, doing it that way. That won't work. Scrap heavy slash timer. I lied, it's not possible. Not this way. Anyway. That about covers that mini boss anyway. Okay, I think that's enough spells for now. But I probably will add more later. I want to do my first pass on every dungeon first to get all the important spells. And then do a second pass after. To add, you know, some of this other stuff that's not flagged as important. Because I think it's more important to, you know, cover 80% first before 100%. 80% everything, then the last 20% on everything. I don't want to have a situation where I launch with 100% on some of the dungeons, and some of the dungeons are sitting at like 30%. That would be very bad. Add a to-do. To-do. Add more spells that are less important from here. Very good. First pass on Mother Load Trash. Calling in removed abilities in 11.1 and adding several new ones and adding support for nameplate timers for all. Ah, god damn it. Can't type. Okay. That's another big push up the pipe. So probably what I could do is take a break for a bit because, like I said, my monitor, my main monitor is busted, and the monitor I'm using is up there and not as fun to look at for long periods of time. What I might even do is tonight anyway, start work on these bosses off stream because each one's only gonna be like 5 or 10 minutes worth of work anyway. Not worth turning the stream back on after my break. And then tomorrow I'll start my stream on the next trash mod for the next dungeon. Because these bosses I could probably have fixed up in a few minutes. But I'm not going to do it now because I want to get off the computer for a bit. Rest my neck. So with that, thank you for watching. The main monitor, when I powered it on today, it wouldn't stay on. It kept turning off again. I turned it on, off. It just kept flickering. It was screwed up. Either the power supply is shot or the switch is shot. So I grabbed that monitor and yeeted it the hell out of here. It was a PC monitor. I've hated these monitors since I got them, so I don't feel sorry for taking that monitor and smashing it out back. I already ordered a new one. It'll be here in 6 days. I've always regretted these two monitors because the problem is they had great specs. And actually, when they work well. The problem is, Cooler Master, the company, they had never made a monitor before. This is the first monitor they ever made. So it was so riddled with software and firmware bugs that they never worked right. They've always had problems with one way or another. And the biggest problem, the biggest defect is the KVM. That's probably what's broken, to be honest. It probably wasn't losing power. It was just losing signal because the KVM is so fucking broken and buggy. Even they abandoned it. The representative that was answering on forums and Reddit for a while, they transferred him to a different division. They shut down customer service on the monitor. They stopped giving it firmware updates. They just said fuck it and gave up. They made one monitor and then abandoned it when they couldn't get it right. So yeah, my next monitor is definitely not a Cooler Master. It's back to a brand name that has been making monitor for years, like Acer. The monitor itself is technically a side grade. It's basically the same exact specs as this one. Came out like the same year. It's just a different, more reputable brand. And I tried to find the cheapest price for it I could, you know. It's a $799 monitor. But I got it for like $540 from Walmart. So it's like, works for me. As long as it fixed my specs, which is 4K, at least 120 hertz, and HDR. And it has all of those, so... Sadly, it's not an upgrade. I actually tried to look for an upgrade. I was looking at different monitors. But sadly, all the upgrades were either also side grades or downgrades. Apparently, the only upgrades are in a higher monitor size. See, I like 27-inch. But all the good monitors are 32. And it's like, what the fuck? I want 27-inch. The problem is 27 is not a very popular 4K screen size. Well, most 27-inch monitors are 1440p. And then when you go to 32-inch, they're all 4K. But like, I guess I like a niche product that people aren't making anymore. But yeah, the TLDR, my new monitor doesn't get here until the day after the patch, sadly. So I will be streaming on patch day, looking up there, and not in front of me. I'm gonna go ahead and terminate the vertical stream now. There. Vertical stream shut down. But yeah, I'm done for now. I will continue my let me double check this. Everything should be fine because it passed locally. Yep. That's what 3 hours of work looks like. It's funny, you look at this and you're like, that's not 3 hours worth of code. But context is everything. It's one of the reasons I'm doing these streams is so that people can actually see, hey, DBM takes more work than you realize. Every single spell on here that I had to revise needed research and checking. But anyways, I'm I'm done. I will try to start earlier tomorrow. Maybe I'll even have 2 streams tomorrow if I decide to split it. I might not decide to do one long stream at all. I might do an earlier one and a later one. Because I want to take breaks from the computer. But I will see you all tomorrow. Probably early afternoon to late afternoon on East Coast, US. So for Artemis, right when she's going to bed. Wait, she don't go to bed. I'm just kidding. Anyways, good night and see you all tomorrow.